Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Loan Officer Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Johnstone, and today is another very special episode because it's just you and me here together working on growing your business. 13,479 qualified appointments. Best that we can get out of the data, we figure close to 75% of these appointments actually showed up. How did we do it? Well, that's what we're going to talk about on today's podcast. And I just want to share that this is an AI and automation based system, and it is specifically designed for qualified real estate agents. So we need to have the conversation of who we put into the funnel. Then I will teach you the funnel and how you can actually use it to have automated appointments with qualified real estate agents showing up on your calendar automatically, because AI has the conversations, the campaign actually does the outreach, and because you've got the right list up front, you're only having conversations and meetings with realtor referral partners that can actually send you significant amounts of business. It's kind of like the most amazing way to do it, right? So the whole preface behind this thing is we're going out and we're getting a qualified agent list. Now, the way that I look at that is one transaction per month over the last 12 months or 6 months. Been a weird market, and we're certainly on the other side of that. So you can take a look at the data for the last 6 months. If they've done 6 deals in the last 6 months, they're a qualified agent, you get that list. Do I share it? Do I not? Are you ready? Do you want the big secret? I'm holding it back, but I am. I'm going to release it here, just between you and I in this little special conversation. The Loan Officer CRM that is available right now at loanofficercrm.ai now has all of your qualified agent information right inside of it. You can actually pull the reports right inside the CRM, click a button, and automatically load them into the campaign that I'm about to teach you on today's episode. You can head on over to loanofficercrm.ai, invest today. It's $297. Currently, that price is going up. But if you get in now, that locks in your price, and you're protected by a full 30-day, 100% money-back guarantee. So if you get in, get onboarded, set your system up, launch it. You don't like it, ask for a refund. We'll give you back 100% of your money, and no harm, no foul. You even get to keep all the wonderful bonuses that we give you. So loanofficercrm.ai is where you go to get that. So the first thing that you need is that qualified agent list. And then what you do is you take all of the qualified agents and you put them into a funnel. Now, the reason why we're putting them into a funnel and not just calling them like we are in the daily success plan, we're still doing the daily success plan, but we're loading all these other agents into it that you're not able to call using the power dialer, because funnels operate on math. And what we've discovered in our concierge department, which is exactly how we booked 13,479 appointments, we have real people on the phone making phone calls, sending text messages, and having real-time conversations with people. But there's actually a pretty big limitation, because those people are only available from 8 in the morning until 8 at night, because we cover East and West Coast, right? So 8 to 8. Well, there's a whole 12 hours there where we don't get to convert leads. And when you have AI having the conversations and converting leads for you, it's 24/7. It is just as good on a Friday night at 9 p.m. converting a lead and putting it on your calendar for Monday morning as it is on Monday morning at 10 a.m., right? And it always has the perfect script. It always follows up instantly. It always puts the leads into the follow-up campaign so leads don't get missed. It's like AI is the perfect solution to generating these appointments. So we've discovered that by following the traditional mortgage marketing animals process, which works hands down every time you work it, but we were limited by the amount of phone calls that we could make because it was reliant on a human being to actually make the calls and work the leads. So traditionally it was 40 realtors, and we would take 40 realtors, put them into a process, and we would call them for 8 weeks. Well, if you take a look at the math on that, you've got 14% of those people that you have conversations with. Now, these numbers are higher because these are basically like, if you run them through the funnel one time, these are the results that we get. And we pull these directly from the concierge department. So 14% of the people, when we run them through a campaign, we will talk to. If you run them through the campaign again, you're going to get another 14% of the people that are in that list that are going to respond. You run through the list again, you're going to get another 14% of people that respond, right? The 14%, it's almost like a law of the universe, where if you put people through, 14% of them are going to respond back. Well, that gives us 4 to 5 conversations. Roughly half of the people that we talk to or have a conversation with are actually going to book. Between 75 to 80% of those people are going to show up. And then of the meetings that you have with realtors, about 25% of them are going to say yes. Now, we've got some clients where they're like, hey, 50% of the realtors that I meet with say yes. And then we've got other people that have less, right? It's about that bond and that offer. But what I've actually discovered is it's about the long-term follow-up with the realtor. I mean, how many of us have had a meeting with a realtor? It went exceptionally well. We were like, wow, I knocked that out of the park. That was amazing. It was just the perfect appointment. And then there's no referral. And it's so weird and awkward to follow up afterwards, right? You're like, well, I thought they were going to send me a deal. Now, how do I call them? And what we've discovered is it's less about converting them immediately on the appointment, and it's more about being in front of them with value-added offers over a long period of time, right? And the reason why is because we've all been in that unfortunate situation where something goes wrong with a deal. That's the moment that you want to be in front of the realtor, because when we give our first initial presentation to the realtor and we meet them for the first time and we frog them and we, learn all about them and we build that rapport, in the back of their mind, they have a script that they use for not just you, for every lender, right? It's everybody. We've all heard the same script. Like, I already have a lender that I work with and I'm loyal to them. We've been doing business together for 10 years. Or I have to give out 3 names, right? They're just ingrained to give that objection. It's like, oh, I talked to a new lender. This is the response that I'm going to give. It's when they get to that point where there's pain, where it's Saturday afternoon, they've got a hot buyer, they have a question about mortgages that they need answered right away, and their lender doesn't call them back or they're not available on weekends. Or a deal goes south for whatever reason. We all know oftentimes it's not actually the lender's fault, but sometimes we get blamed about a deal going sideways, which something completely out of your control. But we've all lost referral partners to that, right? Me too. But that's going to happen on the other side of the transaction. And it's about being in front of the real estate referral partner when that happens, so that you get the opportunity to do that deal and then show them that you close on time, that you've got phenomenal communication, that you've got an incredible team, your processors, they're dialed in. That's how you win the business, by staying in front of them long term. And the only way to do that is at scale. So what we do is we take all of the qualified realtors, including the list of the referral partners that you've done business with in the last 2 years that you've fallen off with. So you go through all of your closed transactions, you pull out a list of the last 2 years, you take everybody on the buy and sell side that you've done business with, you load them into this campaign. Then you also take the qualified agent list, you load it into the campaign. And then let's just say there's 1,000 people in that list, which is what we're finding to be kind of like an average market, right? Well, if you run the campaign once, the first time there's going to be 14% of those people that are going to have conversations with you. That's 140 conversations. Now, AI is having these conversations, and I'll show you that in just a second, or we'll talk about that in just a second. But that's 140 conversations. If half of those people book an appointment, which is our average on the concierge, that's 70 booked appointments. If roughly 80% of those people show up, that's 56 appointments. And if 25% of those people say yes to sending referrals and send referrals to you, well, that's 14 realtors that you've converted. You can see the conversion percentages don't change. You're just simply putting more into the top of the funnel. And I'm not saying don't make your phone calls. I'm just saying load as many opportunities as possible in the top of your funnel, call as many of them as you can, and let the automation work the rest, right? And the great thing about the Power Dialer that we built inside Loan Officer CRM is it's smart. So not only are you able to call a lot of contacts in a short period of time, because what a Power Dialer does is you load your list into the software, click the big green button in the top right-hand corner, it starts dialing. So you don't have to look up the phone numbers and then dial the phone. It just automatically knows and is just dialing. And then if it gets somebody's voicemail, it automatically starts dialing the next phone number. But if it's got the voicemail, it moves that person into the automated campaign automatically on the back end. That's why we built the Power Dialer into the CRM, because if you're using a third-party system, you don't get a hold of somebody, nothing happens. There's no automation on the back end of it. So we built the Power Dialer in, so if you don't get a hold of that person, it automatically sends an email, automatically sends a follow-up to that person, because the more methods of communication that you use, the more conversations you will have, right? Now, the reason why we're focusing on realtors is because 67% of all purchase loans that close with the realtor referred lender. So 67% of the deals close with a loan officer that was referred by the real estate agent. So this is kind of like our lowest hanging fruit. So you take your past partners, your qualified list, load them in. We're trying to get as many offers into the marketplace as possible. Now, here's where we have totally changed the game. And this is something that nobody else has. For most of you listening, unless you're on the inner circle and you're attending our weekly mastermind calls, you will most likely not have heard this, but this absolutely transforms realtor referral partner marketing forever because of artificial intelligence and the fact that we can now have conversations at scale. Like, you can literally be working 50 real estate agents in one day and you not have to send a single email, text message, no cold calls. It's just the system working it. And what I've done is I've taken the 6 most compelling offers that I've seen work with our clients, and I've bundled them into a 6-month-long campaign and then made it so that the process repeats after 6 months. So it's actually a year-long marketing campaign where you drop your realtors, your qualified realtor referral partners in at the top at the beginning. It starts marketing to them so that you not only generate appointments consistently from the system, but you're also in front of those people after you've had an appointment with them so that you actually get referrals when the time is right after you've had the initial appointment. So these are what the 6 offers are that are automatically pre-built. So there's an email every single week that goes out for an entire year, pre-built for you inside Loan Officer CRM. Again, go to loanofficercrm.ai. This is a game-changing technology that we are giving to the mortgage industry here. So the first offer that we start with is the irresistible offer. And the reason why is we are attracting top-tier referral partners here. Okay, these people are doing a deal a month minimum, right? Chances are somebody that has that successful of a real estate business is hungry for leads. They're trying to grow. They have a business and they're investing in lead gen and advertising. And the irresistible offer is, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Real Estate Agent, are you happy with the conversion that you're getting from your leads? And pretty much every sales professional knows they could be doing better on follow-up. They don't follow up on their leads instantly. They don't have a year-long follow-up campaign, and they don't have the mortgage offer. The big problem that exists with real estate leads is that oftentimes that person fills out a form, let's say Zillow, right? Just pick a random example. Somebody comes in, they look at 123 Main Street, they go, oh, that house is pretty. They fill out the form, boom, they've become a lead. That real estate agent has bought that lead. 8 minutes later, the wife looks back at the listing and goes, oh man, it's not next to the park, or it's outside of the school district that we want to be part of, or 1,000 other reasons why they won't buy that house. But boom, that listing, they're never going to look at it, right? Well, that just basically killed all of the follow-up that the real estate agent is going to do with that person. Because what's their follow-up? Hey, I see that you were interested in 123 Main Street. Can I get you more details? Can I get you more information? Tell me about your real estate search. Well, if they're not interested in 123 Main Street anymore, the likelihood of them responding to that real estate agent just dropped to almost zero, right? Well, when you go to your real estate agent with the irresistible offer of, I will work your leads for you, one of the massive benefits to that is you have the mortgage offer, which is house agnostic. It doesn't matter what property they're looking at, because your offer is, it doesn't matter what house you're looking at. We will let you know with your current finances what down payment you need and what rate and monthly payment you're going to be looking at. If you'd like that information, fill out this form, we'll get you pre-approved, right? So you can actually convert just the same or more of the leads that a top performing real estate agent gets, because you have a secondary and arguably more valuable offer than the real estate agent has for these leads that are coming in. So your offer in the irresistible offer is, hey, if you're not happy with the conversion on your leads, we will work your leads for you for free. Our artificial intelligence follow-up system follows up instantly, follows up for at least a year, and gives the mortgage offer so that we can get these people pre-qualified and refer them back to you. Does that sound fair? There's, again, one email a week that extols the virtue of the irresistible offer. And then the next month we flip to the next offer. So you can see how this works. What we're doing is we're, different fish like different bait. And obviously we're not calling your real estate referral partners fish, but the analogy is if they don't bite on the first one, we'll pull it back in the boat. Let's wrap another shiny object, drop it into and because we're getting conversations here, right? That's the whole goal, to get the conversations so that we can move them to the next step in the funnel. So the next one is the AI-powered show, which is month number 2 of your outreach to your qualified real estate agents. Now, what is this? Well, this is an exceptionally powerful strategy that we have developed inside the Mortgage Marketing Animals Inner Circle and for members of the Loan Officer CRM. And we use artificial intelligence to take a show just like this. So I'm live on Facebook right now, and I'm recording a Zoom by myself. Normally there's a guest, right? But this information was so valuable, I wanted to get it to you right away. So this recording then goes into a piece of AI software that we have that chops it up into little viral clips. And we have prompts pre-written for ChatGPT that says, take the recording of this video, turn it into a blog post, turn it into a Facebook post, turn it into an Instagram post, turn it into a LinkedIn post, turn it into all of our social media, and write an email that goes out to our database. So the AI-powered show is you as a loan officer inviting top performing realtors to be interviewed on your show about real estate in the local marketplace. And so they love the fact that you've picked them, you're going to put them on a platform of your show, and then you're going to repurpose all of the content into social media and database marketing that they can then send to their audience. You're helping them create content and email marketing to go out to their database. What did they just do? They just endorsed you on social media. They endorsed you to their database through the marketing, which features you in it because you're the expert that is interviewing the real estate agent. I don't want to give away too much on the podcast, but that's the type of dude I am. I believe in abundance. So I'll give you the extra hook. This works exceptionally well for financial planners, insurance advisors, investment advisors, attorneys, anybody that you want to set a referral relationship with. Inviting them onto your AI-powered show is incredibly powerful. So we have an entire campaign where you just load the contacts that you want onto your podcast in. It sends the invitations, gets them to automatically book, and gets them onto your show. And literally, if you know how to run a Zoom meeting, you have a show. And again, we show you how to turn it into a podcast, all that good stuff. So there's 4 emails that invite them to be on your show. That's campaign number 2. So we've done the irresistible offer. I will convert your leads for you for free. We've done the AI-powered show, which is I will feature you on my platform, and we're going to create all this amazing social media content together, which it is. It's great for consumer direct advertising for both of you. And then the third meeting is their favorite topic, which is them. And this is a time-tested and proven mortgage marketing animals campaign that just sets up an appointment between you and a top producing realtor, and it puts it on the most solid foundation possible which is a one-to-one personal relationship between you and that realtor referral partner. Very little business. There's definitely no rate sheet presentation in the way that we go about this. It's 100% designed to build a relationship, an exceptionally powerful campaign. Then, in the interest of time, we'll speed this up, but there's the mastermind, the database activator, and the TV open house. 3 other exceptionally powerful offers. And again, there's 1 email a week for 4 weeks for each offer. So we're now 6 months of marketing, and once a month, you're running the power dialer every week and trying to get through that entire list in your calls that you're doing when you're attending Call Stars with the Mortgage Marketing Animals. If you're not, you're missing out on a phenomenal opportunity there. And you're following the daily success plan with the Mortgage Marketing Animals. So you're making your calls to these people, and this AI campaign is in the background giving offers. Now, this is exceptionally powerful. You get conversations. What happens then? Well, that's where the Loan Officer CRM.ai comes in and has the conversations for you. Because what we've done is we've built the CRM in a way where when somebody responds back to either you've called them with the power dialer and they text back to that phone number, or they get an email that you've sent out to them and they respond to that email, we have a prompt that understands which offer that person just got, and it has the conversation with the realtor based on whatever value it was that they responded back to. So if they responded back to the mastermind offer, it talks about the mastermind offer to get them to book an appointment with you. Now, the other thing that we've done with our AI inside the software is we connect it to your calendar. So whether you're on a Google Calendar or an Outlook calendar, the CRM connects to your calendar. Well, as soon as we make that connection, the AI can actually read your calendar, right? And so the AI can say to the real estate agent, hey, thank you so much for your interest in the mastermind offer. Chris is really looking forward to having a meeting with you. Does tomorrow at 2:00 work? And the realtor says, yeah, that works. Well, the AI is smart enough to get the contact record of that person, go to the calendar, schedule the appointment at 2:00, and remind the person that it booked the appointment with that the meeting is going to happen, and remind you so that you both show up on the meeting at the same time. No calendar links. It's the AI actually booking at that time. So it works like a concierge and a personal assistant. And so the conversations that come from the automated campaigns are actually handled by artificial intelligence. So you can load 1,000 qualified agents into this thing and not be worried about being overwhelmed with the conversations, even though you get to watch them and you get to, oh, hey, there's a whale. I'm going to hop in and have that conversation, or I'm going to call them right away, right? You still have the opportunity to do that, but it's at your leisure as you have time, because one of the main reasons why we don't make our calls is we don't have the time, right? So this makes it so you can be at scale with your qualified agent list, getting as many offers to all of the qualified people that you have in your marketplace, and not having to worry about dropping conversations, because the AI has conversations instantly. It has conversations ongoing because the campaign runs for an entire year, right? And when people are interested, the AI is smart enough to have the right conversation and get that person booked on your calendar. So this is the future. This is how we're taking artificial intelligence, where there's a lot of noise in the marketplace. Like if you're on social media and you've given, their AI an indicator that you're interested in AI, there's more tools being released on a daily basis than you can possibly keep track of. They're all pretty cool. But how does that directly apply to the mortgage industry? Like, yeah, there's a lot of video creation tools and blogging tools and all this, but how do you actually use it to get business? This direct application right here is the way to generate high quality volumes using AI as automation to save you time and work your business at scale. So again, head on over to loanofficercrm.ai and get more information. Invest in the program today, even though you're not making your decision today. We've got a full 30-day, 100% money back guarantee. So you can come in, set the whole thing up, see the campaigns, get the coaching, get the training. Everybody gets assigned one-on-one to a success coach that's designed to help you get through the A2P process, get your system launched. There is about a 30-day ramp up, right? But we've got a 30-day guarantee because you get ramped, you see the results, you see the system, you're confident, you've got 30 days to try the whole thing out. At the end of the 30 days, you make your decision as to whether or not you want to move forward or whether you want your money back, right? So no risk to try it out today. Head on over to loanofficercrm.ai. If you would like a walkthrough, you can head over to locrmdemo.com. That's LOCRM demo, and check that out as well. But you get to the front of the line if you just go ahead and take advantage of our incredible offer today. Do it now because the price is going to go up based on that shiny new feature that I mentioned earlier in the podcast. We are going to be increasing the price. But for right now, if you get in, you're locking in your price at just $297 a month. So head on over to loanofficercrm.ai. Looking forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the podcast, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.